What's up, boys?
What
Hi, Joe. Long time no podcast.
I know. It's been a bit.
The last time we podcast, we didn't know who won the Super Bowl yet.
And now that's about a month and a week ago.
Luka was still on the Mavs.
We'll talk about it.
Baseball season hadn't started yet, Joe.
Baseball, what's that?
So much stuff has happened. But one thing that hasn't changed is I'm still James. I'm always joined by my brother, younger, big brother from another mother, Joe. And we're available anywhere you get your podcast. Those have stayed the same. Except for Google Podcasts, because that's not a thing.
Correct.
And
Google
also,
Podcast said the same thing that John Cena said.
You get nothing. Oh, John Cena was a face.
I know.
And also, I haven't changed the intro to me without hair. So enjoy. Let's do this thing. We haven't heard that in so long. Inception. Joe, we have a record. 3 people.
Let's go.
Hold up. Maybe. No, definitely not. Definitely not.
No.
Maybe if we get to 100 subscribers and get like a sponsor, maybe.
That'd be nice.
I mean, make an extra buck.
I just enjoy the fun. I'm just here for the chaos. Let's let it rain.
Joe's here to make
John
people
Cena,
mad.
Heel turn. Let's go.
The Rock's like up the side of his face. Like what?
Oh, I'm here for it. I love it.
Dude, John Cena heel turn in 2025 is
got me to watch again. Let's go.
Low key, that's what I should have made. I should have put the boys turned heel. That's what I should have done instead of the boys got paid. So those, if you don't know, I picked the titles, the boys, something random related to something we're going to talk about.
Yes.
And
then
the boys turned heel.
I blindsided James the same way John Cena blindsided Cody Rhodes.
I think actually that broke the internet.
It did.
You know, I guess I did not have us talking WWE in 2025 on our bingo card. And apparently she didn't have this on your bingo card either.
It was my birthday. I asked her, can you give it 4 weeks of trying?
Just a month.
Yes.
Oh, also, yeah, your birthday passed.
Yep.
Since the last time. Jeez, you're 32. Old. You're old.
32. Yeah. But yeah, got her to try a month. She's hooked. She loves it.
And it's a good time to get in. Whenever something's crazy that's going on, it's a good time to get in. See, it's weird for those people who started watching when Cena joined, and then like they come back, and then everyone who was then like is still there.
You're the opposite. You have to turn face, James.
Wait, when was I heel?
He grew his hair out, and now he's a heel.
Wait, when was I heel? Of the two of us, you're the heel.
Nah.
Yeah, 100%.
Nah.
I am definitely the baby face. I don't. I've lost like 15 pounds. I'm down to 230.
It's got to be what, close to your playing weight? It's got to be pretty close.
My good playing weight was like 200.
In college?
In college was 225, 220.
Yeah.
But like
I was like,
high school was 180, 200.
yeah, but I was going with your college playing weight.
Yeah,
When you
college
played
I was
tight end instead of running back.
That wasn't my fault. Yeah, Joe, you give off heel vibes.
Why?
You know exactly why. I mean, just look. No disrespect. Just look at our moms. Your mom is a heel.
Okay, but look at our dads.
Yeah.
Mine's a bigger heel.
Yeah. I know. My
Mine's
dad
such a heel he left.
my dad's a face. He's still here. Your dad just got lost at the grocery store with the milk.
No, he didn't. He lives like an hour away from me.
So I guess heel is in your blood.
Yeah.
That's crazy work. Let's talk about the Super Bowl, Joe. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. Another thing that has changed since
it's been a while. It's been a while
since our last talk. They added this new thing that we're gonna play with today. So let's talk Super Bowl. Woo! Da, 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 da. It's so fancy. We're moving on up in the world, Joe.
That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that outcome.
Honestly, I'm okay with it. Me personally, Cooper DeJean deserved Super Bowl MVP in my opinion. Just because the moment that pick six happened was the moment I said this game is over. That's it. This had the same.
I think I said it on the Bond pick. I think I said that on the Bond pick is when that happened.
Oh, I thought the game was over because just the way they played it had the vibes of the Tampa Bay Super Bowl where they just couldn't Mahomes couldn't do anything. And then Xavier Worthy apparently ended up with like 8th most receiving yards in a Super Bowl of all time or something like that. Like because of those 2 late touchdowns or but the Cooper DeJean getting his first ever interception, pick 6 in the Super Bowl on his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Cooper DeJean is not a safety.
He's just a corner that locked down your number one.
But hold up. We no longer get CJ singing that to him.
That's fine. But this has to. We got to talk it. I already know how I feel. I think I know how you feel. But the NFL community, because of this, Jalen Hurts officially top 5?
Oh no.
I don't think so. It's not a quarterback wins ranking.
No.
If you go quarterback wins, he's number 2. Because it's Patrick Mahomes, and then he's right behind him.
I mean, they easily had. You know what I will say for certain? He is above Brock Purdy.
Oh yeah.
You know who else made a Super Bowl with a team that was stacked in the best team in the league? Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jalen, he is a good quarterback. He is not top 5. They just had an outstanding team. You can't campaign your entire season on your running back being MVP and say that you have a top 5 quarterback.
Oh, true. Also, Joe, I just realized the Eagles, as a team, as a franchise, they hate history. Hear me out. Saquon gets 255 yards against the Rams. Plenty of time left. He could go for the record of Adrian Peterson.
Okay.
Nope, he doesn't want to. Let the young guy shine. Cool. Saquon, over 2,000 yards, week 16, has 1 week left, 100 yards away from breaking the record. No, that's cool. We go rest for the playoffs. Okay, cool. Chiefs going for a three-peat? Nope. Eagles said nope. Commanders trying to have the first rookie quarterback to make it to Super Bowl? Eagles said nope. Like, they just don't like history. Like, it's that simple. They just don't like history.
But Saquon did take down Terrell Davis' single season record.
Yes, including the postseason. However, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't that Broncos?
So why is my one record the one that get taken? That's some BS.
But did he take the best running back season of all time? No, because TD won the MVP and Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
So no, and also, didn't TD have a first round bye?
Yeah.
So, like, I get it. Technically, yards wise, yeah, but it's not the greatest running back season of all time. If anything, I mean,
I don't even think it's 2.
I mean, we've seen some Adrian Peterson season. That season maybe.
Didn't CJ2K get like 2,500 in 1 year without winning the Super Bowl, rushing and receiving?
Oh, something like that, yeah. Because he was at like 20. He's just over 2,000 rushing. Adrian Peterson's was so dominant, and then they just didn't break it, which they should have. That actually made me mad because they just stopped running the ball.
Yeah.
When he was like 8 yards away. The Eagles just hate history. And because
I'm fine with one of them. I'm fine with
three-peat.
Stopping 3.
Low key, I'm fine with it too.
What makes it even better is they had to go and get license from Pat Riley about the term 3-peat.
Yeah.
In order to use it. So they got the licensing from Pat Riley and then failed to succeed. That's what makes it even better. That's a double win for me as a Broncos and a Heat fan.
I mean, yeah. But it just would have been cool to see a three-peat.
No.
I don't think I would have cared who it was. If the Eagles win 2 more in a row, I don't care. It's history. However, while they're still they just won a Super Bowl, cool. They won a Super Bowl more recently than Dallas, cool. Catch up to the rings. That's all I'm going to say. Dallas is so bad. Why haven't you passed them yet? Just saying. Just saying. We're going to talk about the draft, so no spoilers. But I'm definitely leaning one way, and his name probably is Jalen.
He's fast.
He could be a fast lineman.
Oh, I thought you were going for a very specific person.
I have no idea. Is there a Jalen in the draft? Probably.
There's a Jalen in the draft. He's very fast at his position.
Is he a wide receiver?
No.
Oh, okay.
Jalen Milroe, the Alabama quarterback.
Oh, I actually have an idea where he might go, but we'll talk about it. Because let's talk about some NFL free agency stuff that kind of going on right now, winners and losers and such. I mean,
Hopefully.
for me, honestly, if I had to go with like my biggest winner, I really like. I mean, honestly, in the brain and based on what happened, like without knowing how the 2024 season, maybe back to back best off seasons, the Bears, like because
They're
I remember last year we were talking about everything they were doing. We're like, oh wow, this is great, fantastic, fantastic, awesome. This team's gonna be good, and then they forgot about the big boys.
yeah. They're definitely one of my 5. The Bears have done outstanding. And the best thing for how I feel about them is now they don't have a true need for when they go into the draft. You never
Mhm.
want to go into the draft like you have to use your pick on something specific, and they can truly go best player available. Like
Yeah,
let's say they go take Ashton Jeanty, right?
I think they might.
Yeah. Well, I think he goes before they pick, but um, they can go and take him. They can take another wide receiver. They can take one of the tight ends if they truly want to. They can take defensive line. They can go any way they want, and it can reasonably make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is the biggest key for my view on free agency is that you have to do that. So they are one of my 3 big winners. I would probably have them at 3rd. Out of my 5. They've done outstanding. I really like what they're doing. Ben Johnson looks tired. He looks very tired. I don't know if you've seen those the 2 weeks later screen grab.
Yeah, I have. But to be fair, I think what he's doing is he saw a place where he wanted to go, right? And he's already going for like the aggressive approach, which if GT is available, I'm sure they will take him. If he's available.
I would probably say he's 3rd on their board, but it's very, very likely that the first 2 are gone by pick 5. GT is the most likely to get to them of those top 3. I could see them like Travis Hunter. He's got to be number 1. Travis Hunter's got to be number 1 on most team sports, in my opinion, because you need a corner or you need a wide receiver. He might be the best at both of those positions in the entire draft. That's insane. So he's who I will have number 1 on most people's boards. Conceivably, I don't see him going anywhere outside of the top 4. And then
I think he'll go to the Patriots.
Either that or earlier. And then the next guy I would say is what's his Mason Graham, the D tackle from Michigan.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He's just a record.
I think he'll go earlier, but
he's a problem. He came in undersized at the combine, so maybe he falls a little bit, which is why I would say that he'd probably be up there. But after those 2, I'm putting GT as their top guy. But I also think he's gone. So
you think their top 3 on the board are gone before the Bears pick?
Yes. Yep.
Actually, I was just looking through like the draft order, and okay, never mind. I guess I skipped over. I was gonna say I didn't see the Dolphins' first round pick. I guess I scrolled too fast. I was gonna say the first pick isn't until pick 41 or whatever, but then I saw their pick 13 right after Dallas, which means Dallas will probably take a lineman that the Dolphins were not even thinking about taking, and then they'll take someone fast.
Yeah. Probably.
Well, who do you have as another winner, Joseph?
I gotta go with my biggest. The Vikings are killing it, man.
You know the number 1 thing they did?
What?
They shut down the Rodgers talk. They shut down the Rodgers talk. Number 1 thing, like which is kind of sad because I kind of wanted the Brett Favre, so that way we would know Jordan Love would eventually be on the Jets and then eventually be on the Vikings.
They're my biggest winner. They have done absolutely outstanding. I think getting Jordan Mason fairly recently. I don't know if that was over the weekend. Is that right?
It was fairly recently, yeah,
But him to take a spell for Aaron Jones,
mhm,
going and get Ryan Kelly and Will Fries. Love those offensive line moves. Going and getting Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave.
mhm.
Great interior guys, right? Like Jonathan Allen used to be one of the best 3 defensive tackles in the
And
league.
then they bring in old man Harrison Smith back for his 14th season.
And
That's
then
crazy.
and then they re-signed Byron Murphy, right?
Yeah.
And they signed Jeff Okuda, one of the highest drafted corners in recent memory.
He was like third to the Lions a couple years ago.
Yeah, like let's say he ends up, taking another step. I mean, he's only like 26, 25 years old.
Mhm.
Like it could still like work out for him. And then, I mean, where's the weakness on this team then?
Yeah.
I this
The
they are doing
quarterback
what
position.
they're doing exactly what you should do. If you have a rookie quarterback that you have faith in on a rookie deal,
Mhm.
make the necessary moves around to try and win on that rookie deal. And they are doing it. And I cannot speak highly enough of what they have done this offseason. It is my favorite offseason of the entire NFL by far.
Yeah. I mean, it's very good. It's just with the Aaron Rodgers distraction thing, and then they basically just shut it down. Like that was number one. Um, yeah, I mean, they've done good. Uh, I mean, the model is kind of twofold, right? The rookie contract quarterback, pay a bunch of studs, right? The other one is kind of what the Eagles have done, which is pay their studs early so they're cheaper.
Yeah.
So that way you can pay
Oh
all
my,
your guys.
you're gonna trigger some podcast talk that I listened to today and yesterday that triggered the hell out of me.
It's the opposite of what another team in the NFC East does. They like to play their guys late and make them the highest paid position. The fact that some teams have the highest paid player in the league, non-quarterback, and also the highest paid second receiver.
He'd correct you and say 1A. Did you see that clip going around?
Yeah. Of course, we're
No.
obviously talking about these boys that got paid.
Yeah. You know what? Draft them in fantasy, guys. Because the defense is going to allow a lot of points. They're going to have to put up a lot of points to compete.
This actually infuriates me.
Oh, the Bengals were held ransom. Allegedly, like
Allegedly, I don't care.
did you hear? T.
That
Higgins dropped his agent and took on Jamar's agent, and Jamar's agent said Jamar would not sign unless they signed T. Allegedly.
allegedly or not, I don't care. Let them both go. If you believe Joe Burrow is the guy,
I don't think you let Jamar go.
yeah, well, if you believe Joe Burrow is the guy, you don't need both receivers, right?
Well, you need one of them.
You need one of them, sure, but like if like, and also Joe Burrow made those comments that bring both the guys. Honestly, this might be the biggest losers I have because what are they going to do? Score? They're going to lose or win every game, 45-40. We just saw this.
Mm-hmm.
We just saw this exact season.
Mm-hmm.
They got their defensive coordinator fired, and they're like, you know what? Let's do it again. Like, I guess it's against what Bengals usually do, which is not pay their players at all and just let them go.
Mm-hmm.
But like, they could have.
All I gotta say is if that hostage thing is real, you know what? Props to you guys. That's dedication.
Low key. which we can talk about this on a different team as well. I mean, T. Higgins is cheaper. If you believe in Joe Burrow, trade Chase for a ransom, like the Chiefs did for Tyreek Hill, and then build up the defense.
Yeah.
Like it makes no sense to me at all. None whatsoever. Like 30% of their cap are 3 players, or it's probably higher than that actually.
Mm-hmm. I bet you it's probably like 40%.
It's probably 80%. Who knows? Because they're
No.
trying to get rid of Trey Hendricks, and apparently they're going to try to re-sign him now, even though they said he could request a trade or find a trade. The Bengals are
all of their draft picks have to be defensive players, right?
Yeah, if they draft a single offensive player, they're wrong. I don't care if it's the best player available. If they draft a single offensive player, they're wrong.
Like they might need to use. Let's say they have 10 picks. They might need to use all 10 on the defense just so that they could start a defense next to Trey Hendrickson.
I know we're going to talk about it because I know you mentioned it before we started about what the Cowboys are doing. The Cowboys have signed like 10 more players than the Bengals have with half of the money for one of those receivers.
Yeah, but the thing is what are the Cowboys doing ever? I have no idea in free agency what the Cowboys are ever doing.
They're doing the same thing they do every year. They never sign anybody.
I know, but why?
Because they don't. The last contract well, I guess to this year they tied it with they broke it this year by bringing back Dante Fowler. But the last $6 million or more player that they brought in was Greg Hardy in 2015.
Yeah.
How'd that work out?
A decade.
How'd that work out?
Yeah.
The Cowboys have always signed in-house talent. Like they're going to end up signing Micah or a King's ransom, trade him, get a shit ton of picks.
Define shit ton of picks.
Whatever they can get. Like
I don't think they'll get 3 firsts.
I think they can get 2.
Yeah, but that's not a shit ton.
Some like what Khalil Mack got when he went to the Bears.
I think that was just 2 firsts.
Yeah, something like 2 and maybe a player or a late pick or something, conditional pick or something along the way. Because
my thing with the Cowboys is I saw a Cowboys fan tweeted a picture of a highlight reel with Javonte, and it was quote tweeted by one of the Broncos accounts that I follow. It said, "Wait until you hear about his ACL injury," because it was highlights from his rookie year.
Yeah, I mean it happens. Like the Cowboys, you know what I think the Cowboys are going to do? They're going to draft an offensive lineman or a wide receiver in the first round.
You know what I think they're going to do?
Unless Genty's available, which he'd have to slip past the Bears.
I think Javonte's actually going to be really good.
I think he'll be fun. And he'll be sharing carries with Miles Sanders.
I did really like one signing that they made, though. Or not signing. It wasn't a signing. It was a trade.
Their long snapper.
No, Kenneth Murray.
Yeah, I like that one too.
I like the Kenneth Murray trade.
Low-key, I don't mind the Elam trade from the Bills.
He was yeah, but he was an addition via subtraction for the Bills. Like getting rid of him was
yeah, but the Cowboys already have the outside guys, right? So he'd be he'd be replacing Jordan Lewis. So he wouldn't be covering their number 1. He'd be like covering the number 3.
Any more people put their best guys in the slot. Like, what do you guys do with CeeDee Lamb?
Fucking put him everywhere.
I know,
including the backfield.
Yeah, the best receiver just plays everywhere anymore.
Mm-hmm. I mean, true that. But I mean, they're going to sign Micah, so they don't really have money to spend. Cowboys offseason every year restructure contracts. This year they did Zach Martin, who retired, CD, and Dak. So those are restructured. So they're good there. They get that cleared up money for them to bring in these plug and play pieces. And that's what I hate to say this because it's true, but like there's like it's the Cowboys. Good teams retain their good players and plug and play. The Cowboys do the same thing the Eagles do. The difference is the Cowboys pay their players late. The Eagles pay them early.
And sometimes you have to go sign a free agent.
I mean, occasionally, yeah, but they don't have the cap space this year because they signed CD and Dak late, and now they're signing Micah late. So
yeah,
if they get a banger in the draft, like I don't know, when was the last time that the Buckeyes won the national championship?
I don't know.
Before last year, Zeke was the running back. He ended up going to the Cowboys. I mean, who says the Cowboys don't get one of those Ohio State Buckeyes in the second round?
I kind of can see it.
I mean, and in all of their young
I thought
offensive
you were
linemen.
about to say in the first round. I was like, you're wild.
No, day two, which is second and third round. So, like, I think they had the 44th pick. Maybe Trevion Henderson is there, just chilling. I mean, I'm gonna fact check what pick they have. I think it's the 44th. Yeah, it is the
12.
It is the 44th. Yeah. So yeah. So I just wanted to make sure they didn't trade it. I mean, if there's one thing I'm not going to doubt, I'll doubt Jerry. He just needs to shut up. I'll doubt Jerry. I'm not going to doubt Steven. Like, I know he's just his son, but Steven has also talked. Like, we were close to having Johnny Manziel instead of Zach Martin. Like, Steven is that because of that. So I'm going to trust Steven a little bit, but I will trust Will McClay, the talent guy. He's the one who scouts all these players and, the draft guy. He's that dude. Because that's one thing you can't say the Cowboys do bad is draft. Like they do get great players. Like they've missed on Taco Charlton and Morris Claiborne. And those are the only two first round picks that I can think of that were not a vital, like all pro or amazing starter for the Cowboys for an extended period of time. Unless you want to include Vander Esch, but that was injuries.
I'm trying to think about your first round picks.
You want me to pull them up for you?
No. Because Guyton did not perform well when he was in last year.
He was also hurt.
Yeah. Taco was a bust of a first.
Oh, did you look it up?
No.
So I'm gonna go since Tyron Smith.
I know you have Frederick and Martin.
So okay, the year before Tyron Smith, Des Bryant. Okay, that's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tyron Smith, good. Morris Claiborne,
bust.
Travis Frederick,
good.
Great. Zach Martin, fantastic. Byron Jones, I wouldn't say he was a bust, but
I mean,
maybe
he was a good player. He was a good player.
Like, okay, and then you got Zeke, yeah. Then there's Taco.
I think Zeke was more. It was a running back, and a running back shouldn't have drafted that high.
Unless yeah. So and Zeke's what 5-6 years before he kind of fell off a cliff. They were fantastic.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think you should draft a running back that high. If you are that high and it is not a traded for pick, you should not draft a running back that high.
Well, period. The Giants did that with Saquon.
And how'd that work out for the Giants?
I mean, it worked out great for Saquon.
It did.
Taco was after Zeke. bust. Leighton Vander Esch is that questionable one. Like I think he was great.
I would say that was a bad pick, but not a bust of a pick.
Okay. And then right now, 2019, they had no pick. Then you got CD, Micah, Tyler Smith, which
Tyler Smith, I would say, is average.
yeah, but he's not a bust. Mozzie, maybe.
I would give that like a D plus.
Yeah, and then now the Guyton, I would say, due to his injury that he did sustain, it's kind of like a coin flip. Like we'll see.
Too early to tell.
And honestly, if like Mozzie is probably going to end up being a bust. I don't know about Tyler. Tyler is fantastic as left guard.
Yes,
he's fantastic as a guard. But Mozzie will probably be, which if he is, then they should just not draft defensive linemen from Michigan. Like, just stay away from. Just stay away from them. But yeah, I kind of like what they're doing. They're see, it's so weird because it's like last year, it's like Cowboys aren't doing anything, and then this year they're signing stuff. But what are they doing? Like pick a side. Do you want to or not active? They don't.
They still aren't active.
But they don't. They've signed like.
Okay, but think about how much the salary cap has gone up since that Hardy deal, right? Yeah. And they barely passed that Hardy deal. They haven't done anything in free agency.
And think of the contracts that they've given out since then.
Yeah,
but like Romo's got paid twice. Dak has now got paid twice. They've had 2 quarterbacks paid twice since that.
I understand. I understand paying your guys, but I'm also like, as a person who in their adult life has witnessed their team win a Super Bowl, it's very nice to go out and get an Aqib Talib.
Yeah, they don't have, but they didn't do it in free agency, but they got Stephon Gilmore in a trade, which was fantastic.
It's very nice to go out and get Peyton Manning.
Well, like he was only available because the Colts said nah.
Because of a generational first round pick. But
how'd that work out for him?
He retired early because they couldn't protect him.
They didn't prioritize it.
They drafted horribly. They drafted a good offensive line after he left. That's the biggest blunder I've witnessed. The Colts having a great offensive line since Andrew Luck retired is blasphemy to me. But all right, I'm gonna get into another winner
here. Okay.
Division rivalries, the Commies. I got them at 2.
Meh.
Okay, you talked about trades with your Cowboys. They went out and traded for Debo. That one's meh. But they went out and traded for Laramie Tunsil.
No, they didn't trade for Debo. They traded for Fat Debo.
Okay, but they traded for Tunsil too.
Yeah, they traded for Fat Tunsil.
I mean, he's a lineman.
I mean, they've done good. I mean, the only thing that drives me nuts with this is this kind of brings into perspective. Is Jerry Jones that big of an airhead that he's like, you can't bring in defensive players for, to quote, help the defense? Like they didn't, like Dan Quinn in Dallas did not believe in middle linebackers at all. That's actually why they got ran all over with freaking against the Packers. Like,
did he or did he? Are you certain? Because think about everywhere else he's coached and their linebackers.
He's just had Bobby Wagner. Who was linebacker in Atlanta?
Deion Jones, and Deion Jones was good when he was there.
He wasn't a middle linebacker, but okay.
I'm just saying, like they did prioritize linebacker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why?
Maybe it's not his thing. Maybe it's Jerry's thing.
I mean, technically they had Vander Esch, but he just got hurt. I think the best thing that the
The only thing I don't like about what the Commanders did, I think they overpaid Kinlaw.
Well, they also signed their special teams guys.
Yes, but I think they overpaid Kinlaw, and that is like like the signing 1 year of Eddie Goldman. I like the upside of it. Like a lot of these things, I like the upside signing of Cleveland Farrell. Like playing the upside, cool. Just more ammo.
The one thing I can say that they did good is they did do a lot of 1 year deals, which is that's kind of what when you're going all in with that rookie quarterback, you sign a bunch of 1 year deals.
Yep.
And you get some veteran presence. And they kept most of their guys, and they added weapons. So
the Laramie Tunsil trade, I did not see that coming. And that ties into a loser that I have, but that trade alone is a good portion of my winner and losers of those two teams.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I have a loser.
Okay.
It's a player, not a team.
Okay.
Well, if you want to throw the team in there, we can. I gladly talk about the team as well because they're kind of a loser as well for me, anyways. But the Seattle Seahawks and the player, Marcus Lawrence. I don't know if you saw this. In his introductory interview with the Seahawks, DeMarcus Lawrence threw a little shade at the Cowboys.
Okay.
He said, I love Dallas. I live in Dallas. My family's in Dallas. But, I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there. Like, you're not going to win a Super Bowl in Seattle either, who paid an injured old Cooper Kupp $15 million a year. Signed MVS. Got rid of DK. Got rid of Tyler Lockett. Like, okay, cool. Like, and then you sign Sam Darnold. The best thing they did about the Sam Darnold deal is basically his first year is guaranteed. But like,
I don't know. That's a stout defense.
I mean, if they DeMarcus Lawrence stays healthy and maybe registers more than 5 sacks.
Yeah, but I still think it's a stout defense. Like they were already a stout defense last year.
Well, if DeMarcus Lawrence can make that comment when he first made it, I'm like, yeah, whatever. He technically is not going to win a Super Bowl in Dallas because he's in Seattle. Like, brush shoulders up. He's not winning one in Seattle.
No, if he wanted to win a Super Bowl, he would have. There are only a handful of teams he would have gone to.
Could have gone to the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Bills, the Eagles, the Broncos. Like,
I don't think the Broncos are winning one anywhere soon.
I'm just like there are teams in better position. I was just naming playoff teams.
Yeah.
And like the Seahawks missed the playoffs last year with Geno, and we've legitimately what year is Sam Darnold in? Year 8?
It's got to be close to that.
And we've seen one. Actually, not even a full season. We've seen 16 really good games, and then 2.
He's not that old.
Yeah, I think he is. I think that puts him at like 29. 29, 30?
He's like 27.
He is 27. What year was he drafted?
2018, so 5 years ago, or 7 years ago.
Yeah, so he's going into year 8. That's right on the money.
No, he'd be going into year 7.
No, he's had 7 years.
No, because he was drafted in the 2018 draft, which means 2018, 2019 was his first year.
Yeah, which 2018, then 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 7. And then 2025. He was with the Jets for 3, Carolina for 2, Minnesota for 1, and wait, He was with San Fran. Oh yeah, he was with San Francisco.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. And now he's with the Seahawks. So yeah, that's right. 8 years.
Mhm.
Which Jesus, he was young. He was young when he came out of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I
didn't think he was that young, because that would mean he's like 19.
He was 20. Remember, they don't have an age limit. You just have to be 3 years in college.
Yeah, but that would have meant he was 19 when he got drafted, right?
20.
Or does he turn? Does he turn 20?
His birthday
soon
is June. So yes.
Okay, so he turns it before the season. Okay.
Yeah. That means he was 20 when he graduated or when he got drafted. But yeah, they're losers. Like I get the comment, whatever. And Micah fired back at him, on X, the everything app, also known as Twitter. He fired back and he's like, that's some clown shit, pretty much. And then DeMarcus Lawrence said, maybe if you spent less time tweeting and more time playing, I would have stayed. Like, the Cowboys were not paying you whatever your fucking contract was, whatever you got. $42 million a year deal when before he got paid in the 2 seasons that he was their prove it deals when they franchise tagged him, he had 27 sacks in 2 seasons. Fantastic. I'm pretty sure he had less than 20 in the next 4 seasons after. Like, he's just been hurt. Like, It's a bad investment. Like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's my loser, Joe. Who you got?
The AFC South.
The whole AFC South.
I agree. The Jags, the Texans, the Colts, like the Titans. I don't know what I expected from you. So,
do you have a player loser?
A player loser?
Yeah, biggest loser.
There's two. I'm gonna go with CJ Stroud. They traded his guard to the Eagles, and they traded his tackle to the Commanders.
To be fair, they didn't really protect him that much last year.
They already protect him, so I don't know what's happening in Houston. Yeah, but another big loser, another loser team that I have is the Niners. Brock Purdy would be up. Brock Purdy would be up there because I don't know who he's throwing the ball to.
Also,
I don't know who's playing defense.
You also don't know if he's getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Which
then my final of the 5 losers is Green Bay because they might have legitimately done nothing. I can't say that I know anything that they've done. I mean, I could literally look on NFL, but anything they've done is like negligible.
And just to put it in perspective, last year, the Texans were tied for 3rd most sacks allowed with 54, and they just got rid of their 2 best linemen.
Yes. That's why I would say CJ Stroud.
Sorry, CJ.
Right. So they went out and got Christian Kirk. Cool. Throw the ball fast, I guess, CJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, all those teams, the Colts losing their offensive line, losing Fries and what's their center's name? He also went to the Vikings. I gotta think about it now. I actually have to look at it because they lost 2 offensive linemen, and it drives me absolutely up a wall because I don't.
Kelly.
Yes, Ryan Kelly. So I like they got Travarius Ward and Cam Bynum. I like those 2 signings.
Mm-hmm.
Khalil Herbert, cool. Daniel Jones, cool.
Dude, the best thing about Daniel Jones is Indiana Jones.
Yes,
that's the best thing.
100%.
If he wears a hat, he gets a starting job. Like, don't even make him compete. Just give him the starting job. He might even low-key be faster than Anthony Richardson.
The Jags getting fooled by De'Ami Brown's playoff performance. That's a big one for me.
Well, he only had one really crazy game, though. Really.
Yep. Didn't like anything that they did. So that's another one.
So just the
AFC South sucked this free agency.
I mean, also the Jags taking the Cowboys like second or third swing tackle, Chuma Dogba, who he basically only played when their tackles were hurt, which I guess this last couple of years he did play.
Is all the time.
Yeah, all the time. But no, that was plural tackles, not just one. Both.
Yeah.
Because he was like the rotational guy. But they also took Jordan Lewis from the Cowboys. But Jordan Lewis, I really like. He's very good.
He's a solid player. Yeah, he's a solid player.
He's the highest paid slot corner of all time, which, I mean, he deserves it, honestly, because he's very solid.
Well, I mean, with today's cap, he deserves it. But
yeah, exactly.
He doesn't deserve, like, if prime Chris Harris was playing today, he wouldn't deserve it over Chris Harris.
Oh, well, prime Chris Harris isn't around, so.
I know.
Well, there's two more things I want to talk about, and then
okay. Before you do that, my two more winners, the Pats, because I don't know what I'm expecting you to do, but everything you've done is great, and the Broncos.
You mean?
Oh God, he's gonna try and do it.
The Den Fran Orleans Braun Niner Aints.
Yes. Because they're signing all of the Saints and all of the Niners, and they're the Denver Broncos.
And also Sean Payton.
Yeah.
So, but that's fair. But I just wanted to keep it like in the NFC North while we were kind of there a little bit with the Bears Packers. And the Vikings and the Packers. The Packers have officially put out a thing to ban the tush push.
Mm-hmm.
Which, honestly, I'm not against it, but I'm also not for it. But if the defensive line can get penalized for pushing to break through it, then, correct me if I'm wrong, at least all of my life, it's been illegal to aid the runner at the penalty. Right? It is. You can look it up. But you cannot do that on defense. You can't push a guy through a guy. Mm-hmm. So if you can't do it one way, you shouldn't do it the other way. So either make it more chaos or just do the QB sneak, which I still think they would be number one in the league at doing it.
I also think that we should just allow the defense to push.
Yeah. Just make it chaos.
Yeah.
Let Frankie Louvu jump over the line. Let Frankie Louvu jump over the line 100 times.
That's what I want. I don't know about jumping over the line because eventually I get tired of just flag. I get tired of that.
Well, apparently, if you do it enough, you can get a touchdown allowed.
Yeah.
But Troy Polamalu would have stopped the tush push. Troy Polamalu was the king of jumping over the line.
Yeah. I think let him push back.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Also, let him push back because I really, really want to see Saquon and AJ Dillon pushing Jalen Hurts this year.
Yeah, let him push back. Honestly, seriously, let him push back.
So let him push back, but don't get rid of the push.
Yeah, no, I feel like you have to make
power
it
football still because most of power football is gone.
I feel like you gotta at least even the playing field.
Yeah, allow the defense to push.
Yeah, so even the playing field, or like the Eagles are still going to be the best team at the QB sneak because Jalen Hurts has like tree trunks.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's fine. The other thing, which this thing I think is stupid, and I'm gonna just throw it out there. I love the Lions. I don't know if you saw this. They want to get rid of like the division winner. They just want to go by records. They propose that for the playoffs. Like best records make the playoff. Division winners don't matter. Then what's the point of the divisions?
Correct.
Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Correct.
Like, I just leave it the way it is. And honestly, if another rule change happens after the Bills lose to the fucking Chiefs in the playoffs, and everyone's saying the refs favor the Chiefs, it's crazy. Legit, every single rule change in the last like 10 years, not 10 years, but like 6 years, have been because the Bills lost a certain way to the Chiefs. The Bills lost to the Chiefs in overtime. They added both teams get the ball, which I hate it. Sudden death. You win in regulation or sudden death. I hate the overtime rule. I hate it. I'll always hate it.
I like the college rule more. But that's just my personal
But
preference.
that's college. Leave college. I like college.
Yeah, but I want the college rule in all forms of football.
I don't. You have 60 minutes to win a game, win the fucking game. Like, that's it. You get to overtime, you deserve to lose on the first possession.
Yeah.
Like, you're professionals, you're paid to stop them.
You deserve to lose, yes.
Yeah.
But I think as fans, we deserve to watch a good game continue.
Yeah, well, then
it's more the viewership mentality for me is I want to continue. If it's a great game, I want to continue watching it.
But like, it's just now they're going to do the whole chip thing in the football, which is whatever. I don't care. But it literally only these rule changes happen after the Bills lose the damn Chiefs. I mean, it's true.
It is, but it's more the fans are just sick of it.
Well, then how about the Bills get one first down with the tush push?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they were stopped all game. Like, don't leave it in the hands of the ref. Like, football common sense. But
spoken like a real zebra there, James.
Thanks, bro. You want me to go get my ref shirt?
Yeah. Spoken like a real zebra.
We're also going to do something we've never done before, Joe, because
I'm the heel.
You know what, Joe? Let's take a minute. Let's regroup. Talk some Luka and the NBA, and baseball's back.
It is
kind of. I wanted to do something that we've never done before. That's a brief intermission with this awesome song. You know, honestly, I didn't let it play that long the first time. That thing's kind of a soothing banger.
Kind of a vibe.
Kind of a vibe. Kind of a vibe. I feel refreshed. How you feel, Joe?
Great.
I realized I should have probably drank this while the music was playing.
During that, yeah, you know. But it is what it is. Weirdo.
I was vibing. I wasn't thinking about being thirsty. But anywho, last time we did this podcast, Luka was on the Mavs. And now he's in the Lakers.
I think this might single-handedly be the worst trade I've ever seen in all sports.
I mean, the Minnesota Vikings Herschel Walker trade.
I never saw that.
You're right. But it exists.
It exists, but I think this might genuinely be the worst one I've ever seen in all sports.
Personally, I love this. I love this so much.
It might be the worst trade I've ever seen.
I mean, and honestly, like, you can't tell me Luka doesn't look better in the purple and gold than he did in the Mavs. Like, he just looks like a Laker.
I didn't like the Mavs New Jerseys.
Maybe that's why they traded him.
No.
No, they traded Fat Luka. right? That's what he said. He's like he was out of shape. We want people like Shaq, Kobe. Like Shaq was fat and lazy. That was
No,
a
no,
yes.
no,
Shaq was lazy.
no,
Yeah.
no. Shaq realized that if he put on more weight, people would not be able to stop him.
Yeah, but he also couldn't be stopped anyways.
No, he realized that it was even more of a superpower.
Yeah, like Luca looks great in the purple and gold, Joe.
Yeah.
I don't think you can even hate that right there.
Yes, I can.
I mean, like the way he looks though,
Yes, I can.
Joe. LeBron James.
You do not understand my disdain for the Lakers.
LeBron James.
Uh,
I think it's great because not the trade itself was dumb as hell. It makes no sense. But
it's
now that it's happened, I love it.
it is the second worst trade I've ever witnessed.
What was the first worst trade?
There was a trade in a fantasy football league.
The one for your tobacco?
No,
Yeah.
there was a worse one in a fantasy football league, in which somebody was obviously baiting to or just cheating to win a championship. Yeah, I will never say that.
I won't either, but I do like Luca is what Anthony Davis was supposed to be for LeBron when they picked up Anthony Davis. Like LeBron was not supposed to be the best player on the team.
No, here's the problem. Here's the problem, right?
LeBron
Now,
James.
now the Lakers have probably the best athlete ever
Yeah.
in LeBron. And in my opinion, the most fundamentally sound player today.
Luca.
That's the problem.
And Luca modeled his game after LeBron. Because Luca's young enough to have watched LeBron.
Mm.
They have very similar play styles. But Luca's a psycho.
Luca does it more in a fundamental way than a athleticism way. Like the way they create space is entirely different. The way, like basically everything they have to do, because Luca's not the athlete, he has to be more fundamentally sound.
Yeah, which is that's why like LeBron, it's perfect because LeBron can just fit in anywhere.
Luca to me, I see a lot of similarities, but a better version of Dragic. He plays very much like Goran Dragic did, who also Slovenian, who also played on the same Slovenian team with Luca when Luca was like 15 years old.
Yeah, I mean Luca's been a pro since.
So like Luca, I see a lot of similarities to Goran Dragic, just better at them.
Yeah.
But he's very fundamentally sound. Luca was a fun player to watch. He is not anymore because I will not watch a Laker game.
You think, like, I know when it initially happened, and I told you, you said no, 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 like that didn't happen. I sent you the screenshot. No, it's not real. It didn't happen because it didn't make sense.
Because I don't know how that GM wasn't fired that day.
When I saw it, I was like, okay, and then like Shams actually had to retweet his tweet that this is not fake. This really happened.
Yes, because it is the dumbest trade I've ever seen in my entire life. No.
Was she a Lakers fan before?
Her dad is a Lakers fan.
Okay, so it's like it's not like okay. So okay. I'm a LeBron fan, but like and I love Luca, so I guess I won't
I
say I love the Lakers.
I was a LeBron fan. I was a Luca fan.
Oh, until they went to the Lakers.
I was.
Joe, would you think this trade was dumb if hypothetically in a alternate universe if it was Luca for Jimmy?
Yes.
But would you love it?
Yes. But it would be dumb. It'd be the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, I
I
mean,
don't like.
I don't like the Lakers. I really don't. But this purple Luca jersey might be like in. I might get it.
I will not.
I might do it just to wear it and just to get like the stink eye from you.
I don't even want to look at the screen anymore, man. Like I'm staring off at. So there's the black part of the screen right underneath me. That's what I'm staring at right now. Like I don't like it.
I think it's beautiful, Joe.
No, I don't like it.
Why don't you like it, Joe?
Because I hate the Lakers.
You gonna get an AR-15 jersey? Wait, Austin Reeves isn't 15, is he?
I don't know.
Austin Reeves is a dog.
In 2K25, you get to talk trash to him, and I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Austin Reeves is number 15. He is. Yeah. And I mean, that's just the Lakers team in general is just like I mean, Lakers Celtics finals because
I don't think the Lakers are good enough.
I think they're good enough to make it to the finals.
I don't.
I don't think the Nuggets are good enough. They just have Jokic, and that I mean, like the Lakers almost beat Jokic without their three of their primary players, and Rui and LeBron and Reeves was banged up, I think, in that game. Joe hates the Lakers, the Yankees, and the Raiders.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, let's move on. Let's talk about baseball. Lakers.
Well, that's a horrible game.
Yeah, it was the Tokyo series.
That's a horrible game.
Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! They're 0-2. Imagine not playing a game yet in the 2025 NBA MLB season. Wow. And that was talking.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Bronny.
Bronny.
Yeah, not playing a game in the NBA season.
Oh, he's playing right now for the Lakers.
Oh, he suits up. Actually, he played.
Yeah. Because everyone else is hurt.
Not good.
I mean, not good enough for you to know that he's playing, but
no, I know that he's playing. I'm making a joke that he's horrible.
All right. Do you think that you would average more points than Bronny if you played however many minutes he plays?
No, because I weigh way more than him. I can't outrun people.
Okay, what about in your prime?
No, because I'm shorter than him, way more than him,
How tall
and
is
can't
Bronny?
outrun people. He's like 6'2".
Oh, you're barely shorter than him. Aren't you like 6'1"?
6 foot, 6'1".
Yeah, he's averaging 1.6 points a game in 5 minutes.
If you give me free throws, if I get guaranteed 2 free throws, I'll probably average close to the same.
I bet I could get one lucky bucket.
No.
You just gotta get a bucket.
No.
That's it.
I'm not getting open.
No, I'm saying
You aren't either.
I'm just gonna chuck one. It's gonna go in, or I'm gonna get fouled.
You're gonna get put on the bench.
Oh, that's fine. And then I'm gonna get my points. No, you're right.
You give me Bronny's athleticism. You give me his athleticism. I'm a better basketball player. Yes.
I mean, okay, that's fair. Well, and
because I think all he's ever been is just the most athletic player growing up, and that's why he got hyped up. Because I don't know what he's doing half the time. It makes no sense.
I mean, that's fair.
But I don't have his athleticism. I don't have that.
Well, you know what you need, Joe? We need to hear a message from our sponsor about, the best athlete.
Caitlin Clark is awesome.
True. And that was Talking Caitlin Clark. And this actually could be the first podcast, I think, that we actually talked a little bit about all the sports. Because I just wanted to say Florida hockey just rules the NHL because the Panthers and Lightning are both awesome.
Avs exist.
Nah. The Winnipeg Jets exist.
Avs exist.
The Avs are.
I'm as certain as I was about the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl as I am about the Avs winning the Stanley Cup, which is
they're going to lose.
The Chiefs didn't win, but the Avs, they're so good.
They're good enough to be second.
They are so good, man.
They're going to lose to one of the Florida teams, and then that will settle it.
They're so good, man.
You know what? That's what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for a Florida team versus the Avs, just so we can just settle this.
Sure, because what happened last time?
That was just Tampa, not the Panthers.
Yeah, but sure, what happened last time the Florida team met the Avs in the Stanley Cup?
Dude, that was 2 years ago. You're living in the past.
See, you could have been like, yeah, what happened the last time the Chiefs played the Eagles? I set you up for it.
You're right. You're right.
But yeah, the Avs are so good. They're great. I love
good
the
enough
Avs.
For second place.
I love the Avs.
Also, I realized that our little intermission break thing was really close to the end of the podcast. I just wanted to do it.
We were vibing to that song while we were prepping.
Yeah, that song. It's a hit. It's a hit.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, I know obviously we didn't talk about every single thing that gone on NBA, free agency, and all that stuff in the last month. But ain't nobody got time for that. But I mean, moving forward after Cena's heel turn and like so much stuff. But yeah. So I think we'll be back on a weekly basis, like other than us dying or getting sick, because I know I had a week of allergies where I was dead. I think Joe died for a little bit. Yeah, so we'll be back for the draft and stuff like that. And what's today's date? The 19th?
19th.
So we're almost in spring. Draft's around the corner. March Madness, which I don't know who's going to win, but it's not going to be Duke.
Probably Florida. There's your Florida team.
Texas women's. Well, as mentioned earlier, if you like us being stupid, like, comment, subscribe, anywhere you get your podcasts, on the YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Go Cubs, go.
Come out with me with some dumb questions because I love answering them.
Yeah, ask dumb questions, and we definitely will. And I think I have the comment thing on Spotify, so you see it, ask it. Horns up, whoop whoop. And that's all I have. Good pod, Joe. Good return. Boys got paid, but the boys should have turned heel. Like, that's a miss by me. I'm not perfect. And
Asta.
Boys, new toys. Something that rhymes with that. Lakers in 5.